Camouflaged animals resemble inedible objects. Designoid objects sometimes resemble other designoid objects for other reasons, because they're doing the same job. And this is called convergent evolution. This is an ordinary hedgehog. That is nothing whatever to do with a hedgehog, but superficially it looks like it. That is a spiny anteater. It is a mammal, but you might say only just a mammal. It's an egg-laying mammal, a very primitive mammal from Australia and New Guinea. As a matter of fact, its way of life is not that close to a hedgehog's way of life. This is an anteater, whereas hedgehogs eat more general things, insects and worms and things. But both of them gain protection from having spiny skins, and so they both superficially look very alike. An example of convergent evolution. An even better example of convergent evolution is the so-called marsupial wolf. Now, if you saw that going along on a lead down the street, you would think it was a dog. A slightly odd sort of dog, perhaps. There aren't many dogs that have quite that structure at the tail end. But you would think that that would not really be out of place at Crufts. But this is not a dog. It has nothing whatever to do with dogs. This is a marsupial. It's much more closely related to kangaroos and wombats and koalas. It's now, most unfortunately, extinct, only fairly recently extinct. It went extinct this century in Tasmania, went extinct some thousands of years ago on the mainland of Australia. And the reason it looks so like a dog is that it does the same job as a dog, or did the same job as a dog. It ran and hunted prey in the same sort of way as a dog does. And that's why it has the same shape as a dog. Okay, perhaps you could take it now, Bryson. Thank you. The structure inside also resembles that of a dog. This is a dog skull. And this is the skull of the Tasmanian wolf. It's a bit larger, but of course the size of the skull will depend on how big the dog is anyway, and we could easily get a bigger dog skull than this. The only reliable way to tell that this is a marsupial and not a real dog is if you look underneath. Those two holes in the palate there give the game away. Those are the telltale clues that tell us that this is a marsupial and not a real dog. A real dog doesn't have the same kind of holes there. Well, that's convergent evolution among designoid objects. Designed objects, too, sometimes